veteran of this tournament, why it has become so wide open.
Soccer has more teams playing, over 250 involved this year. The IHSA then has to reconfigure into sectionals and regionals, and we get new teams from strong Park District programs.
Well, one thing we must tell you for sure is the two teams that are involved in the finals aren't exactly strangers to this thing. As a matter of fact, Granite City seems to have written the book as far as participation is concerned.
Coach Gene Baker has over 400 wins. They've been here many, many times, 7 titles. He had a little bit of a slump in the middle of the decade, but I think he's back for good now.
Gene Baker taking Granite City to the finals. He won most recently 2 years ago. You saw that on Sports Channel. And a starter back then as a sophomore is a starter again now. He is a 4-year starter. John Van Buskirk, the heart of this team.
Preseason coaches meetings had him picked as the player of the year. 20 goals and 18 assists certainly mean that makes sense, but he's hurt tonight, and we'll have to see how much he can go.
As far as Glenbrook North is concerned, this team has won a state championship. It's also come in second, been in contention for the last couple of years. Al Nepler has been, well, a pretty famous name in parts of the state himself.
Al Nepler, when he was at Quincy, was the Gene Baker of the central part of the state. He's been at Glenbrook North now for 3 years, and this is the second year he's been here with his team.
Well, he has got a nucleus of 4 seniors who've played, including a couple of twins, Craig and Mark Radis.
Craig Radis is their big scorer at this point, playing outside midfield position, and Mike Slenhart at the other outside midfield position. That's where the scoring comes from.
Well, we'll see how much scoring we're going to get. We'll be set for the introduction of the players, the opening kickoff right here on a mild night in November in Palatine. We'll be right back. Let's go to public address announcer Chuck Kessler for the opening lineup. First for Granite City.
18, Eric Spangenberger. Defender for the Warriors, number 14, Matt Cook. Defender for the Spartans, number 23, Kevin Leck. Defender for the Warriors, number 11, Chad Lignol. Midfield for the Spartans, number 3, Craig Radis. Midfield for the Warriors, number 4, Sean Bain. Midfield for the Spartans, number 4, Packy Taylor.
Well, it's Chuck Kessler introducing
midfield for the Warriors, number 7, Jeff Stevens.
Absolutely.
Midfield for the Spartans, number 9, Mike Schlenhart. Midfield for the Warriors, number 12, Jeff Rosenberg. Midfield for the Spartans, number 14, Brandon Hardy. Midfield for the Warriors, number 2, Robert Chung. Forward for the Spartans, number 20, Taki Tanaka. Midfield for the Warriors, number 16, John Van Buskirk. At forward for the Spartans, number 21, Mark Thiergaard. And in midfield for the Warriors, number 19, Skip Birdsong. Spartans are coached by Mr. Al Nepler. The Warriors by Mr. Gene Baker.
2 veteran coaches going at it in this one. Granite City and the red and black check, Glenbrook North in the white. And now, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem. Good crowd on hand, as you heard, most from nearby Glenbrook North and Northbrook, although we've got some Granite City supporters who've made the trek up. We'll take a look at the officials for this one. The referee, or the head official, will be Franz Hoogland, a veteran from Chicago Heights. Bob Franken and Mike Oliver are the two lines people. Now we'll check the starting lineups just to go over them for Glenbrook South. They will gather around the goalie, Brent Broshaw. The sweeper is 14 Cook, 20 Richardson, and Rich, the stopper backs. Stevens and Lignol are the fullbacks, or wingbacks, as Gene Baker calls them. The midfielders are halfback or link backs. Chunk, Bain, Van Buskirk, and Birdsong, and Rosenberg for Granite City will be the one striker. If I mixed up the lineup names, that of course is the Granite City lineup. For Glenbrook North, the goalkeeper will be John Novi, giving up about 0.8 goals a game, and Novi and Glenbrook North will be defending the goal to our right. The sweeper back will be Mark Radis, one of the twins. Lex, the stopper back. Caparos and Spangenberger, the fullbacks. Halfback, Craig Radis. Taylor, Schlenhardt, and Hardy, and the two forwards, Taki Tanaka and Tiergaard. We are all set for the kickoff. We're just about. You can see Granite City and the green and gold of Glenbrook North. Just about set to go. Boy, Bob, we got a break with this weather because this tournament can be anybody's guess.
We'd sure like to play it in nice weather, and I'm glad we didn't get that 2 inches of snow predicted for last night.
There is John Novi, the goalie for Glenbrook. And his counterpart over on the other side will be the senior, like Novi, Brent Broshaw. And we're underway. This is Granite City moving from our left to our right. And right away out of bounds, we'll have a throw in for Granite City, and Van Buskirk was going to take it, but it looks like Chad Lignol will come up, number 11. Lignol, the 5'8", 145-pound senior, plays it in right away, deflected by the defense. Number 3, Craig Radis, gets it out. And up it comes to Jerry Richardson. Richardson plays crossfield to Jeff Stevens, trying to send it down for Rosenberg, being marked over there by Kevin Leck. Still in the corner, Glenbrook North trying to clear. Gets it up. And will it be a corner? Looks like it'll be a corner kick for Granite City, and the first early in the match. No, it'll just be a throw-in, with Matt Cook throwing it in front. Cleared away, still in front. And shot just wide, with Brandon Hardy maybe getting a piece of it. We'll have to see if that looks like Sean Bain may have gotten close, but deflected away, and now we'll get the corner kick. Bain will take it. Coming across, headed away by Matt Cook, up and over. And across the goal line, it'll be a goal kick out for Glenbrook North. So right away, the action early. Granite City putting on the pressure.
That was a real flurry. They always have specialists who can get the ball up in front of the net off that corner, off that throw-in. They almost got one.
Novi, experienced keeper. Good leg right there. Headed back by Lignol. Granite City again trying to put on the pressure early. This time it's knocked away. Looking up for Tiergaard, and back it comes to the Glenbrook North Spartan defense. This is Craig Radis. Radis being marked in there by Bain. Radis and Bain still going at it, taken away by Skip Birdsong. Birdsong looking on right wing for Jeff Rosenberg. Out it goes. It'll be Granite City on the throw-in.
Dangerous play, will have an indirect kick to the Warriors.
The first foul will be a dangerous play called against Mark Radis of Glenbrook North. Will have an indirect kick, which means the ball has to touch another player before it goes in to the goal. Lignol to take it. Headed away by Glenbrook North. We'll get another corner kick. That was Packy Taylor got ahead on it.
A lot of early pressure.
Sean Bain will take the kick. 17 minutes, 5 seconds left to go. First quarter, 4 20-minute quarters in high school. Here comes Bain. Looking for Matt Cook, and again it goes over the Over the goal line once again, the goal kick for the Spartans. Glenbrook North really getting a big shell shock at the beginning, Bob.
Yes, even with that one front runner from Granite City, they put a lot of pressure on early here.
Granite City just using the one forward or striker. And here once again, Novi booms it out. Taken down by Rich of Granite City. Now once again, here come the Warriors. Skip Birdsong in the middle. Birdsong doesn't get much of a foot on it. And Novi might not have gotten as much of a hand on it as he'd like.
I think that was deflected out there, and it slowed it up a little bit.
Schlenhart on right wing. Now centering for Taki Tanaka. Across it comes to Eric Spangenberger, who looks up for Mark Tiergart, and that's about as much of a penetration as Glenbrook North has had so far. Knocked out of bounds. And we'll get Glenbrook North putting the ball back in play. It'll be Mike Schlenhart to take it. 0-0 the score. About 15 minutes, 45 seconds left to go here, first quarter. This is Schlenhart throwing in to the top of the box and cleared by Granite City, Sean Bain. Glenbrook North trying to keep the pressure on. And we get a foul against Glenbrook North. Granite City will get the direct kick. Chad Lignol will take it. Here comes Chad all the way up and booming. Looking down for Jeff Rosenberg, but taken away by Glenbrook North. It looked like the on-field scorer almost got it, Bob.
Al Beard was one of my goalies about 20 years ago. He has good hands.
He showed the reflexes right there. Matt Cook on the throw-in here. Cook excellent on throw-ins, and you can see why. Coming up to Jeff Rosenberg. Rosenberg 1-on-3. Cleared by Granite City's Kevin Lick. Ball kept in play by Craig Radis. And Glenbrook North now will try to organize its offense. Glenbrook North, 18 wins, 5 defeats, 5 ties. We get another whistle. Glenbrook North will take the ball on the foul. Granite City, 23-5-2. Two of those losses coming to area teams here in Chicago earlier in the season. Maine South and Buffalo Grove defeating the Warriors. Well, here they are with a chance to make amends and also win another title. Here comes Glenbrook North trying to win its second title. Craig Radis now. He's taken down by Pat Rich. The referee says play on. Back it comes. Chung, number 2 for Granite City. And Mark Radis now, number 7 for Glenbrook North. Spartans trying to set up here with Brandon Hardy. Hardy played on the JV earlier in the season, called up, has made a difference. Across it comes to Craig Radis, number 3. Radis sending it down in the box. Waiting for it, there is Jeff Stevens. Robert Chung, number 2, he's ridden off, and we get a whistle. It looked like Radis gave him a little more than a love tap. It'll be interesting to see how much of a factor John Van Buskirk's going to be. You know, you said that Gene Baker said he was about 20%. He hasn't been much of a factor so far.
No, but he's their leader and he's their catalyst, and they really can't do without him.
20 goals, 18 assists, 58 points on the season. Here's Chad Lignol to take the direct kick. 13 minutes to go, first quarter. No score yet. Granite City on the attack here. Number 12, Jeff Rosenberg, is ridden off by Eric Spangenberger of Glenbrook North. Over the touchline it goes. Throw in for Granite City. And we get our first substitutions for Gene Baker. Dan Terrell coming in. Terrell, a 5'7", 16-year-old junior. And he's replacing Robert Chung. Throw in coming in from Terrell. And cleared by the Spartans. Mackie Taylor booming it out. Coming down, Pat Rich, number 22. He'll get it back to the keeper, and just to see if Broshaw's awake. Brent Broshaw has seen most of the action in the nets for Gene Baker this year. Ron O'Shea, the other keeper, he has played some. This is Radis giving it up to Terrell. Dan Terrell controlling the ball. The Glenbrook North people said the ball went all the way over the line, but the official disagreed. Glenbrook North takes it. This is Mark Radis. Plays it across. George Caparos. Here come the Spartans on the attack. This is Craig Radis, number 3. He's their big gun. Taken down by Terrell, cleared out by Granite City, and we get a push up against Glenbrook North. Foul called on the lick. No, it's going to be a foul against Granite City, and it'll be a direct kick for the Spartans. Foul on Jeff Rosenberg, number 12. 11-minute mark now coming up in the first quarter. Neither one of these teams, Bob, had easy times of it getting to the finals. Granite City won the quarters in a 1-0 shootout with Rich Central. Actually, it wasn't a shootout. They won on 1 goal in regulation, even though they were a man shy, red carded. Had to play a man short, still won. Won the semifinal and 2 overtimes over Addison Trail, 2-1. But that was a picnic compared to what Glenbrook North had to do.
Right, those overtime games with all the penalties, that really takes it out of you.
Well, Glenbrook North ran up a 3-0 lead on Schurz and barely hung on to beat the city champions 4-3. And then nobody scored through 4 overtimes with St. Joseph's earlier today. Finally decided on penalty kicks with Glenbrook North winning, and of course the official count was 1-0. We're going to talk to David Fry, the Associate Executive Director of the IHSA, about the tournament and about the scoring situation. David seems to feel that there have been a lot of games decided by shootouts and penalty kicks, more so than one might think normal in this kind of competition. David seems to think that maybe the coaches are playing for the overtime.
Some cases, especially in tournament play, when you need to win to advance in single elimination, that's what you have to do.
Skip Birdsong booming it through, blocked by the defense. And Tanaka, number 20 now for Glenbrook North. Taken away by Jeff Stevens, number 7 for Granite City. Stevens coming through. Jeff Stevens on a good run. Stevens now with help. Finally taken away inside the box by Glenbrook North. And back come the Warriors, Lignall, but we get an offside call against Granite City. Glenbrook North will get the direct. Second will get the kick. Under 10 minutes to go now, first quarter, still no score. This is John Novi. Drop kicks it out of there. We're looking for Craig Radis. Radis who tries to touch it over to Tanaka. Tanaka, number 20.
Into the Warriors,
and we get a
24, Ray Robertson.
throw-in for Granite City. Steve Baker substituting again. Jay Robertson. Actually, his name is Ray, but he likes to be called Jay. He's in, number 24. And Terrell will throw it in. Check it, comes out. Throw it from Matt Cook. I like Pat Riches out there with the black gloves and the long sleeves. Granite City. Now this is Sean Bain getting it up on left wing. Skip Birdsong coming through for the Warriors. And down to Pat Rich, number 22, looking for right wing, but Eric Spangenberger is there for Glenbrook North to clear it. A lot of pressure from Granite City. Glenbrook North bending but not breaking, Bob.
Yes, and they're keeping a fresh front runner up there. Move Rosenberg back to midfield and always keep one fresh runner up in front.
Glenbrook North now trying to mount an attack. This is Tiergard. Mark Tiergard over to Craig Radis, and it's taken away by Rosenberg of Granite City. Jeff Rosenberg losing it over to Lick. Back it comes the other way. Clock now at 7:18. First quarter. Glenbrook North with a chance for an offensive set right here. But John Van Buskirk, first time we called his name, breaking it up. Coming up front, looking for Robertson. Robertson's got the shot. Jay Robertson breaks the ice. 6:57 the time. And Jay Robertson with a clean shot.
Jay Robertson
puts Granite City out ahead. Let's take a look at it on the replay.
Number 6, Dan Carroll, enters the
That was
lineup
that
for the
fresh
Warriors.
front runner that they just put up there. Jay Robertson breaks free, avoids that tackle, comes in. Goalie comes out to cut the angle. But a nice shot right up in the upper right-hand corner.
Really no chance for Novi for Robertson. This is his second goal of the season, and they've been big ones. The first one gave Granite City the win in the quarters over Ridge Central. So in the 13th minute, and now we get a little pushy shoving, and right away we get a red card. No messing around. The referee showing the red card. It looked like to Craig Radis. Very, very quickly, Radis and Pat Rich
has been given a red card.
And Craig Radis is gone. No ands, no ifs, no buts. Championship or no, Craig Radis was red carded, and that means he is out of the game, and that means his team's got to play a man short the rest of the way.
The referee had no choice there. Had to show a red card. I'm not sure what the foul call was going to be to begin with, but obviously there was some kicking and shoving. And
well, we'll see if we can dig out a replay for you. But came off the ball, but Radis made the play, and there's the leading scorer for Glenbrook North. And they now have to play 10 against 11. And here is Caparros. Jeff Stevens intercepting. Mark Radis, number 7, and a foot race there with Robertson. Well, we knew Granite City would pressure Glenbrook North a lot, but the last couple of minutes have really go silent. This crowd has just been absolutely devastated by what's been going on. First the goal, of course, that's bad enough for Glenbrook North, and then the ejection, the red card, against their leading scorer, their top player, Craig Radis.
just frustration on his part.
Well, if you're Al Nepler, what do you do now?
Well, you have to reconfigure your players. Probably just go with one front runner the way Granite City has been, but being short this early in the game will really put them at a disadvantage.
Soccer very much different from other sports. In hockey, you've got a penalty where the player goes off and then will come back on. In soccer, you can be given a yellow card, which is a warning. The second yellow card will turn into a red card or an ejection. In that case, there was an immediate red card for a flagrant violation, and whammo, all of a sudden you're climbing uphill with about a 20-pound weight on your back. Well, Glenbrook North now trying to generate some offense. Tiergard getting it up, but it's taken away by Sean Bain there of Granite City. Granite City sitting pretty right now early in this contest. 4:48 to go first quarter. We get a whistle, and down goes Robert Chung of Granite City, and Chung is hurt. Robert Chung, 5'9" senior, and he is in obvious pain down there. Chung scored the winner against Addison Trail in the semifinal, and he is still on the ground. Well, I think this is going to be a key spot for the officials. They've got to maintain control right here, because things, especially with Glenbrook North feeling not only behind in the score but behind the 8 ball, it would not surprise me if they try to open things up, and that can oftentimes involve some kind of extracurricular activity and the kind of frustration. It could end up pretty ugly if they're not careful.
Well, but sometimes when you're playing short, there's more field and more space to run into. Remember, Granite City had a game where they played short for almost a half and did very well. Sometimes things get too crowded, and with more space and a patient, intelligent team, which Glenbrook North is, they might be able to turn this into an advantage.
Dan Weathers, number 17, into the match for Granite City. Still, Robert Chung is being attended to over on the sideline. You can see Rick Gablin, the athletic director here at Frem, sending his staff out to help. We salute Rick, of course, who puts this tournament on, gets all the logistics straight, and opens up the high school for a couple of days that are really intense, and everybody's doing well. It looks like Mr. Chung is up and about. Take a breather, but it's always good to see an athlete come off under his own steam. Well, it takes all kinds of fans, and I guess we know the colors, we just can't quite figure out the configuration. Michael Myers, huh? All right, Chad Ligno put the ball down. A direct kick coming up now. The clock had been stopped. It shows 4:40. And Jeff Rosenberg comes back on the field. Let's not forget, too, these teams have played 4 games within 30 hours. This is an intense time. Ligno getting it up, and Novi coming in to break it up very well for Glenbrook North. This is Jeff Stevens booming it through, and over the end line will be a goal kick. Clock now at 4:20 and ticking. Still in the first quarter. This is the IHSA 18th Boys Soccer Championships. Glenbrook North cheerleaders trying to get something going for their team. Out it comes, back down by Jerry Richardson of Granite City, and George Caparos of Glenbrook North trying to even things up. Comes back to the Warriors. This is Ligno. Ligno from the right side, going up right wing. Throw in for Glenbrook North. Granite City 1, Glenbrook North nothing. On the goal by Jay Robertson with 6:57 left to go in the first quarter. Time of the goal. This is Lick. Good dribbling, gets it up to Mark Radis. Craig Radis, his twin brother, as we told you, has been ejected, has been red carded. Down it comes to Schlenhardt, Mike Schlenhardt on the right wing for Glenbrook North, and we'll have a throw-in for Granite City. The ball going over the touchline. Matt Cook. Matt Cook gets it back. Cook listed as the sweeper, but he is very active. He will come up. He's got 5 goals, 5 assists on the season. Here is Lignall. He's been very active. Over to Jeff Rosenberg. Gets it away from 3 defenders and back to Dan Terrell. And again, the throw-in for Granite City. Get another substitution.
Kohler into the lineup for the Warriors.
Scott Kohler, number 8, a 180-pound senior with a goal to his credit for the season coming in. And Kohler right away gets into the action. This is Bain. Sean Bain with 2 defenders in front of him. Bain with room to work on Lick.
Corner kick for the Warriors.
And it was deflected off Lick, so it will be a corner kick again for Granite City, the first one from the right side. And Bain looks like we'll take it. Bain, the left-footed kicker. Clock now getting down to the 2-minute mark of the first quarter. Hooking in. Again a corner.
Corner kick for the
Deflected
Warriors.
away by the defense of Glenbrook North. Coming in now for the Warriors, Nick Zezoff,
for the Warriors.
Another good corner kick man. Zezoff in.
He's one of their specialists. They're very good on set pieces. This is a dangerous time for Glenbrook North.
And Kohler, after a quick minute or so of action, comes back to Gene Baker on the sidelines. Bain again coming through the box. Matt Cook. And a good play broken up by the defense, Vangenberger. Back it comes to Novi.
Against the Warriors.
Glenbrook North to the offside. And Glenbrook North now with a minute 15 to go in the first quarter. Again, if you joined us late, Glenbrook North playing a man short after the ejection. Craig Radis, the leading scorer for Glenbrook North. Up it comes now. This is Tanaka, number 20. A rare moment of offense now for the Spartans, but quickly broken up. Back it comes to Caparos, George Caparos, senior fullback, trying to make something happen here for his team. He's being marked by Bain. 40 seconds to go. Down comes Tanaka, number 20. Taki Tanaka. Back it comes to Lick. Lick looking cross field, but it's intercepted by Lignol. Looking in there for Brandon Hardy. Clock now at 15 seconds. Tanaka trying to work the right side. Centers. Shot on by Hardy. It's broken up by, looks like Lignol. 5 seconds to go in the quarter. Glenbrook North starting to put on some offense here. Boomed out of there over the goal line by Lick as the quarter ends. Well, that's the end of the first quarter with the score. Granite City 1, Glenbrook North nothing. We'll be back with second quarter action in just a minute. Channel by the Illinois High School Association. Any rebroadcast or reproduction of this event without the written consent of Sports Channel and the IHSA is prohibited. We bring you now the second quarter action here from Palatine and Tremd High School. Granite City on the strength of Jay Robertson's second goal of the season, coming at 13:03 in the 13th minute. Ahead 1-0, and that does not end the problems for Glenbrook North. Glenbrook North playing a man shy because of the ejection of Craig Radis just a few seconds after that. There's Gene Baker's Granite City team looking for its 9th state championship. The team switching sides, and there is Al Nepler, veteran coach in his 3rd year at Glenbrook North.
Stats for the first quarter really show the domination so far of Granite City. 7 shots, 4 of them on goal and 1 goal for Granite City. Glenbrook North getting only 1 shot on goal in the period.
Tiergard and Tanaka to kick it off for Glenbrook North. Tanaka number 20, Tiergard number 21. Both are sophomores. Tanaka, coming to this country from Japan just a couple of years ago, joined the soccer team and has really started to come on, scoring the winning goal that beat Schurz in the quarterfinals. Tiergard with 7 goals to his credit, along with 4 assists. And we're just about ready to start the next 20 minutes. Barnes Hoagland raises his hand and we're underway. Glenbrook North, we told you, playing with 10 against 11. Skip Birdsong breaking it up for Granite City, and this is Mark Radis, number 7. Van Buskirk coming in. John Van Buskirk playing on a very, very bad leg. Goes over on the right side to Pat Rich. Throw in coming quickly for Glenbrook North. Up to Tanaka, number 20. Taki Tanaka has it taken away by Sean Bain. And out of bounds it goes. Throw it coming up for Granite City. Well, the Warriors have a chance to really put some pressure on and put this game away in the first half. Glenbrook North, to its credit, has held on since the ejection of Radis. There's been no further scoring. Coming up, this is Matt Cook. Crossing in front. Tipped up by Sean Bain. Van Buskirk coming through. Boom, 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 just like that, but the ball goes over the end line. It'll be a goal kick for Glenbrook North. Boy, those Granite City Warriors can strike quickly.
That powerful shot came off the left leg. That was not the hurt right leg of Van Buskirk.
Well, Gene Baker said he may be as much as 80% incapacitated, but 20% of Van Buskirk is probably a lot better than 100% of most of the other players. He has had a lot of colleges interested in him, including, we understand, Indiana. Jerry Yeagley, of course, the defending national champion Hoosiers. We have seen them. We also should take this moment to congratulate Willie Roy and the Northern Illinois Huskies, who won the Big Central Championship. In their last year in the Big Central, they'll go into the AMCU, the AMQ next year, and they went out with a flourish. There right away, Broshaw coming up to take the ball away from Glenbrook North. Not a lot of pressure, but Again, Glenbrook North having problems getting the offense generated. Coming up quickly, Pat Rich, number 22 for Granite City. Lick, number 23 for Glenbrook North. Glenbrook North trying to move into their offensive zone, and out of bounds it goes. It'll be a throw-in for Matt Cook and Granite City. Number 15, Jason Mathenia, a 5'11 junior coming in for the Warriors. And let's see who comes out.
Rosenberg.
It looks like, yeah, Jeff Rosenberg, number 12. Kevin Lick. Now number 9, Mike Schlenhart. Over to Lick. Sliding tackle made in there by Pat Rich. And here comes Glenbrook North with Brandon Hardy. Hardy and Dan Terrell going at it. Up it comes to Mathenia, who just came in, number 15. Ridden off by Packy Taylor for the Spartans. The Spartans in control in their own.
Glenbrook North is a very fit team. Being short that player won't hurt them all that much if they're patient.
16 minutes, 20 seconds to go. First half, 1-0 Granite City. Granite City in the red and black check. Glenbrook North in the green and white. Over the end line it goes. Looks like it'll be a goal kick for Granite City. And once again, Jay Robertson, who's got the only goal in this game, comes in. Mathenia comes out for the Warriors. There he is, Jay Robertson. Lignol up for Granite City. And here Glenbrook North now, getting back in its own zone, trying to set the offense up. This is Mark Radis. Leck, number 23, gets it up on the left wing for Tiergart. And the ever-present Chad Lignol is there for Granite City. Coming up, Tanaka, number 20, runs into a lot of red and black right there. We get a foul, and it'll go against the Warriors.
Referee Hoagland stepping in right away. He doesn't want any more actions like that led to the ejection.
And so far, the officials seem to have things very well under control after that flurry in the first quarter.
Yes, they do.
Tender for Mark Radis, couldn't control it. It'll be a throw-in for Granite City. And here's where Matt Cook will probably come on. Yep. Matt Cook, the designated throw-in man for Gene Baker. Looking up, taken away by Lick of Glenbrook North. Schlenhart, number 9. Mike Schlenhart trying to make something happen here. Looks to get it up there to Spangenberger. It's blocked in there by Lignol. And Chad Lignol, we've been calling his name a lot. He has been all over the field. 14 minutes, 20 seconds to go first half. Granite City ahead 1-0 in the boys' state finals. Mike Liederman along with Bob Dulaski. And we are bringing it to you on a remarkably mild night here for this time of year. Or maybe it's just the heavy padding everybody's wearing. Lick coming through. Deflecting the ball away before it got to his keeper. And we'll get some more substitutions. Gene Baker substituting liberally here. Van Buskirk is in. He had taken a breather. And Larry Strader, number 18. Strader got some young legs in there. A 16-year-old junior, 5'9". And the throw-in coming in from Cook to middle of the box. Cleared out of there by Mark Radis. Granite City, once again, this is Cook. Good move, but can't control it.
Throwing for the Spartans. I'd like to remind the fans that the throwing of objects.
Here is Mike Schlenhart to throw in. 13 minutes, 10 seconds to go.
You're here to watch the game.
Looking for Packy Taylor, number 4 for Glenbrook North. And up to Tiergard. Broken up in there by Pat Rich for Granite City. Down it comes. Looking once again for Robertson. Robertson with Radis to beat. Robertson still working. Good movement by Robertson and a save by Novi. What a play by Jay Robertson, making it all happen on the solo.
Excellent defense, too. Kept him out wide.
Of course, Gene Baker might say, hey, you've got some teammates, you know, use them. Here he comes again. Robertson again with Packy Taylor on him. And over the end line it goes. Glenbrook North will have the goal kick. Let's take a look at the end of that last flurry.
Here's Robertson and Radis working hard against one another. Hard right-footed shot and an excellent save by Novi.
Back to live action now. Glenbrook North on the run. Spangenberger coming down the left side. Knocked away by Lignol again. And Lignol sends this one out of bounds. Throw in for the green and white. 11 minutes, 40 seconds. Jay Robertson's goal for Granite City, the only score of this game. Sean Bain quickly on the throw-in, looking for Robertson again. Robertson has got some room to work. Radis on him, and this time Radis wins it and takes it away. Up to Bain. Out of bounds it goes. Al Nepler talking to his players. And Matt Cook will throw it in again for Granite City.
With Robertson being that only front runner, they know exactly who to look for every time.
Boy, and they are finding him too. Excellent dribbler. Warriors. Under 11 minutes to go, first half. Al Nepler, 57 wins in 3 years at Glenbrook North. All told, 268. He's been in this business a long, long time. At Notre Dame Quincy, where he won a state title and took 4 teams to the state championships. And twice in 3 years here with Glenbrook North. Ten minutes, 15 seconds to go. Throw in again, Matt Cook looking again. This time out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Glenbrook North going the other way. Halfway through the first half, still 1-0 for Granite City. And we get a violation called against Glenbrook North. Chad Lignol looks like will take the direct. The defense dropping back. Clock at 9:30. Lignol going right for it. From about 45 yards away. 50 yards away.
That was a pill.
Dan Weathers, another senior for Gene Baker, coming into the Granite City lineup again. Here comes the goal kick from Novi. Van Buskirk sending it right down again. Throw it coming up for Granite City, and Van Buskirk will take it. John Van Buskirk, sophomore starter 2 years ago when his team won the state title. Last year they made it to the semis, and this year back in the finals. Sean Bain now will take the direct kick, chipping it up. And right there was Weathers, but right there was John Novi.
Here's that save.
We'll take a look at it again.
Granite City has the option of taking those long shots, getting anything up in front with the short-handed Glenbrook North. Excellent shot. Excellent save again.
Van Buskirk playing it into Weathers. Weathers, number 17, being marked over there by Lick. Down for Caparros, number 2. And Mike Schlenhart now on the run. Van Buskirk coming up behind him to poke it away. Looking in for Skip Birdsong, and Birdsong, who's had 1 ejection in this tournament himself, looking for Weathers. Booming coming through, the shot from Larry Strader from the right side. Novi was ready. Another bullet.
There's one of those overlapping midfielders. They can put the pressure on being a man up.
Novy had that one all the way, but the shot had some mustard on it. 7:30 to go, first half. Strader again. Larry Strader now to Lignol, number 11. Strader trying to center in there for Weathers, broken up by the defense. Back it comes for Jeff Stevens. Stevens, a junior.
This is a critical time for Glenbrook North. If they can go in just one goal down at halftime, they can regroup and maybe change their system and get back in the ball game.
Weathers working on Mark Radis, and we'll have a corner kick here for Granite City. Sean Bain, who's been taking him all evening long, will take this one. Clock at 6:50. Granite City still on the strength of the one goal, leading 1-0. Bain gets it up, looking on the cross. Novy getting a hand on it. And we'll see what the call is. Looks like a foul against Granite City for jumping into the player, so it'll be a goal kick now. John Novy's been a busy man on the nets tonight. So far, he's only had one go past him. Caparos, number 2, and the shot again coming off the foot of Birdsong. It's wide.
Goal kick for the Spartans.
Under 6 minutes to go, first half. We'll have some halftime highlights, a chat with Dave Fry of the IHSA. Have that for you. Don't forget, too, we'll have the IHSA Girls Swimming Championships and a big Thanksgiving special. 6 state football championships, the 1A through 6A. You'll see them all right here on Sports Channel. Down at Hancock Stadium on the campus of Illinois State University. High school action, all the football, as we have for years and years.
Number 6, Dan Terrell enters the Warrior lineup.
Dan Terrell on the throw in here, looking for Sean Bain. Bain on the corner, and it's cleared away. Once again coming through was Strader, number 18. Check it, it was Birdsong, number 19.
Coach Baker's just made a move to see what he can get out of Van Buskirk for the last 5 minutes or so of this half. He's moved him up to be his front-running striker. If they can get him the ball, even on that bad leg, he'll be a problem.
28 goals for Van Buskirk during the season. He is hobbling tonight. 4 minutes, 25 seconds to go, and the 1-0 Granite City lead. Action in the midfield, cleared out of there by Lick. Kevin Lick for Glenbrook North, and again, of course, Sean Bain, who's been in on lots of action here. Push in the back from Mark Radis. It'll go against Glenbrook North, and we'll have a direct kick coming up for Granite City. Bain at the 350 mark will tee it up. Bain hooking in the middle, a header coming off the forehead of Strader, but didn't have enough on it. Novy was there. Novy hangs up the drop kick. Now he's got Tanaka. Tanaka has it poked away by Granite City. Bain again. Dan Terrell, number 6. Over to Schlenhart, number 9 for Glenbrook North. Mike Schlenhart now trying to set something up. We'll send it back to the keeper. Coming up to the 3-minute mark, left in the half. Up it comes. Spangenberger turned and caught the ball in the back of the neck. And we get a whistle against, looks like against Granite City.
With the absence of Radis from the midfield, Schlenhardt's really going to have to start to exert himself more. He's got to get more in the flow of the game, but that's not really his kind of game. He needs to exert himself.
Schlenhardt, the leading goal scorer, but really needs somebody to set him up. Radis creates a lot more on his own at 12 goals, 10 assists. And Pat Rich let that one get away, so we'll have a throw in here. Brandon Hardy to throw in for Glenbrook North. Back it comes to Mark Radis. Sent down, looking ahead. Broshaw gets in front, and Broshaw's hurt. And he and Schlenhardt went after the ball. No whistle. Or did they call a foul?
No, they would have put it down on the ground for a direct kick if it had been a foul.
Broshaw gets a little attention right here. And we'll have a throw in here for Granite City.
That was an aggressive play on Schlenhardt's part. He needs to do more of that. Broshaw was up to it.
1 minute and a half to go here. First half, Matt Cook in his accustomed spot by the sideline on the throw-in. Overshot birdsong right there. And Packy Taylor, number 4, working for Glenbrook North. Taylor knocked away by Bain. Coming down, Tanaka goes flying at the feet of Richardson. And again out of bounds at exactly 1 minute left in the first half. Glenbrook North looking to even this match. Brandon Hardy for the Spartans. Spartans are in white. The red and black check of Granite City, and this is Van Buskirk. And Van Buskirk looking up for Robertson. Robertson on a run. He's got Luck in front of him. And Luck pokes it away. Kevin Lick. Final 30 seconds here, and Granite City starting to put some more pressure on. And Schlenhardt, though, you get a whistle. Foul goes against Granite City. Mike Schlenhardt with 15 seconds to go.
Down the time in the half.
Looking
10,
there for
9,
Spangenberger.
8,
Final
7,
10 seconds. You
6,
hear the public address
5,
in the background.
4, 3, 2, 1.
And the half will come to an end. The scoreboard shows no time. The official concurs, and both teams will take a break now at halftime with the score. Granite City 1, Glenbrook North nothing. We'll be back with halftime activities and a look at first half highlights in just a minute here on Sports Channel. Halftime here at Fremd High School, the boys 1989 Illinois High School Association Soccer Finals between Granite City and Glenbrook North. Joining me is a man who, well, I guess without him this tournament wouldn't really be happening. David Fry, Associate Executive Secretary of the IHSA. David, always good to see you. This has been some interesting kind of tournament.
Oh, it really has. It was an interesting tournament coming in because all of the pre-tournament favorites went by the wayside, or most of them. And so we had a very competitive tournament, and yesterday was as entertaining and exciting a day as I can remember in my years here.
Okay, that's the softball question. Here comes the hard one. This has been a tournament that seems to have been decided, or so many more matches have been decided by overtimes, by penalty kicks. There seems to be a general lack of scoring. Some of these matches, matter of fact, I didn't know if we were going to get the finals in tonight the way things were going in the semis. What's the IHSA feel about that?
Well, this year's tournament series from the regionals on seemed to have had an inordinate number of games decided on tiebreakers, going to penalty kicks after 4 overtime periods. And I'm not sure whether this is just a strange year or if we need to do something to really address that. It seems like coaches are maybe playing for the penalty kick as opposed to deciding the game on the field. If that's the case, we need to address it. And our committee is going to be looking at that. Right now, however, we've got to find a way that will give us a winner for sure. And so far, the penalty kick system is the only thing for sure that will get that job done.
Any inclination that the coaches are, in fact, doing this, or, as you say, it might just be a strange year?
Oh, I guess as I've watched soccer and watched these games, even those in the tournament here, It looks to me as though the defenses turn it on in the OTs, and we're going for the penalty kicks.
It should be interesting to see what happens out of the meeting. Another interesting rule change adopted by the IHSA, and we'll talk about that briefly now, has to do with who can be a coach. And I think this is something that will be a good thing, but again, it's pretty controversial. Let's talk a bit about it.
There's no question it's controversial, but Mike, probably the single biggest problem schools face in their school sports programs is putting enough coaches out there. You know, 20 years ago, we were running fewer than half as many programs, and now with double the programs, plus we have the same number of staff personnel or fewer staff personnel in the school. And so we just need more coaches today than ever before. And the association, by vote of the principals, has adopted a new rule now, becomes effective next week, that will allow a person who's not a certified teacher to coach under some given circumstances. People interested in that can get the details from our office. But the big controversy is what happens to the influence that the trained educator has on the life of a kid. Athletics, to be justifiable in a school, have to have something to do with education. And there's a lot of concern that this maybe is a breakdown in that tie, and it's just going to take time to let us see.
Yeah, it seems as though your hands are tied. You need people who know the game to teach. At the same time, there are so many people who are not certified in teaching who have the athletic background who can really help these kids.
There's no question about it. There are a lot of people coaching in high school who don't have the developed sports skill that you'd like to see them have. But they're great educators, they're good teachers, they're good molders of character, and that's a big part of what we're all about.
So this is the kind of thing that you're going to see, take a look at, discuss, maybe review after, what, a year or so?
No question about it, and there, by spring, I'm sure there will be some of these non-trained teachers coaching in spring sports. We'll begin to see what kind of an effect it really has.
All right, should be an interesting couple of months, certainly. David, always good to see you. Thanks for bringing the good weather. And we'll be back with an analysis of the first half. We'll show you some highlights right here in just a minute. Stay with us. Well, you're taking a look at the awarding of the fourth place trophy, or the fourth place trophy, whichever, fits your bridge work, to Addison Trail. The Blazers losing the consolation, the third place game 1-0 to St. Joseph's, but still an excellent showing for Addison Trail, their best. Joe Chipetta and his Blazers, congratulations to them. And there is the crowd, mostly from the Northbrook area. And we are watching the state finals now with Granite City on the strength of the one goal, leading Glenbrook North, and Glenbrook North playing shorthanded. Jay Robertson really made that play happen in the first quarter.
Yes, he did. He made a nice run up the outside and got a pass from Bain. I think we'll have a chance to see it here. Here's the pass from Bain up on the left touchline. Defender is beaten. Robertson cuts in after that, beating that tackle. Cuts in toward the goal. Goalie's coming out. You can't see it on the replay, but as he comes out to try and cut the angle, which is the only thing he can do at that point, Robertson gets the ball by him.
Beautiful individual effort by Jay Robertson, 16-year-old junior, 6-footer. And we mentioned he has only had 2 goals all season. Both have come in the postseason, and both have been, at least so far, one was a game winner, and one, if the score holds, will turn out to be as well. Well, we will be back here, and we've got at least 40 more minutes of action, and the way this tournament's been, maybe a lot more than that. We will show you now the winners of the third place trophy, St. Joseph's of Westchester. Coach David Burton and his Chargers. Congratulations. We'll be back. Getting ready for the start of the second half. You can see Granite City in the red and black, and they will kick off to Glenbrook North. And there is Al Nepler, who has not seen things go well here for his team in the first 40 minutes. Playing a man down 1-0. And we're underway for second half action. Mike Liederman, Bob Delaski here to bring it all to you on Sports Channel. Van Busker coming in, playing up on the attack position now. Lets it go, not much on the right foot. Novi will take it. Glenbrook North now moving from our right to our left. Sending it up there. Knocked away by Van Buskirk, and it'll be a throw-in for Glenbrook North. Mike Schlenhart will do the honors. Well, Bob, what can Al Nepler tell his team in a halftime situation like this? What can we look for?
Well, Steve Gross, our spotter up here for Glenbrook North, says this is the first time they've had to play shorthanded this year, and that may cause a problem. He appears to have come out with the same lineup that he had at the end of the half.
Brent Broshaw coming in to make the stop. If that is indeed a save, it will only be the second for Broshaw in this match. Chad Lignol gets it up now to Jeff Rosenberg, number 12. Being pushed around in there by Spangenberger, number 18, along with Tanaka, number 20. And we'll have a throw-in again for Granite City. And on the throw-in, it looks like we have a violation. Lignol may have been stepping on the touchline, so it'll be going the other way. Green and white ball.
The officials have been instructed to make sure the throw-ins come from the spot where the ball went out. They've been calling it very closely this year.
Throw-in for the Warriors.
Once again, Granite City will throw in. Yeah, you can't take a 20-yard run up the touchline and let it go anymore.
You used to be able to do that, but they've cracked down on it.
Here comes the throw-in from Matt Cook. Back it comes to Granite City. And into the bench goes Mark Radis, and the throw-in again will be for Granite City. Lignol, number 11, been a busy young fella. Gets it up to Rosenberg, and Rosenberg sending it down, looking for Robertson. Radis bats it away, so does Lick. And here comes Glenbrook. Tanaka, though, loses it over to Sean Bain. And this time a lot of green and white around the ball. Now, Granite City still keeping the pressure on. Robertson along with Bain. And back out it comes now, Lignol. But we get a foul against Granite City. A direct kick on the push will go to Glenbrook North. Start of the second half, 17 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Glenbrook North will take the kick, trailing 1-0. First period goal by Jay Robertson, the only score of the game. That coming in the 13th minute. Looking up for Spangenberger. Spangenberger being marked there by Lignol. And once again over the touchline. Matt Cook doing his thing on the throw-in. Lick number 23. Sending it across for Schlenhard, and again a whistle. Officials calling this one close. I think they really wanted to make sure things didn't get out of hand after the Craig Radis situation where he was ejected early in the first quarter.
We just saw Spangenberger make an overlapping run from his defensive position.
They're coming up. Easy play there for Broshaw. Lignol. Sending it up, looking for Robertson. Robertson with some room, but he can't bring it down. Sean Bain has it taken away by Lick, and down it comes. Here is Robertson with room to work. He's got two people to beat, and he's got Bain with him. Robertson chips it up, and nobody's there. Boy, Granite City has done a good job of getting the ball up to their forward, their striker. And they don't seem to mind having him taken 1-on-2.
No, he's a big boy.
They're sending in a trailer, but they're saying, okay, Jay, go ahead, do your thing. Here comes Rosenberg. Rosenberg being marked by Brandon Hardy. Hardy, the young sophomore, getting an education tonight, doing well, taking it away. Here comes Hardy. Looking for Tanaka, but it's taken away by Van Buskirk. Boy, you can watch Van Buskirk come down, and he is noticeably limping. Still he's in there. Spangenberger puts him down, and there'll be a foul against Spangenberger. And Granite City again will have the ball.
Van Buskirk exhibiting a lot of patience there, protecting the ball and drawing the foul.
Spangenberger not being real subtle about it either. They know he's hurt, and they think they can push him off, but still, Van Buskirk, big kid, 6'2", 180, biggest kid on the field. Here it comes in. Looking for Bain. Wide on the left side, sending it across. Novi collides with Birdsong. Back it comes. Granite City still has the pressure on. This is Robertson firing high and wide. Offside call anyway, so that'll be a indirect kick out for Granite City. Down it comes. Once again, Pat Rich, number 22. He'll get it back to Broshaw, his keeper, and Broshaw can start things off. Tanaka dogging him. Lignol. Broken up in there by Spangenberger, and Granite City maintains control. Clock now just under 14 minutes. And they'll look to Jeff Stevens here, coming up the left side from the fullback or wingback position.
Here goes Spangenberger up that left side. It was a nice run, but with that interception, he's left his spot and there's trouble.
Meanwhile, Rosenberg and Robertson working 2-on-2. A little too far. Spangenberger now looking again for Packy Taylor. Taken away in there by Birdsong. Skip Birdsong looking. And down goes Birdsong along with Mark Radis. And we get the whistle. It's going to go against Glenbrook North, and this will be a good setup chance here for Granite City. Terrell comes back into the game for Granite City. And coming out, looks like Rosenberg, and it is. Rosenberg takes a seat. Big throw incoming here. Back header. Up and over. It'll be a goal kick out for Glenbrook North.
Granite City likes to flick headers after those long throw-ins, looking for the second man.
Committed a foul there, and direct kick out for Glenbrook North. Spartans trying to set something up. Caparos has it taken away by Stevens. Looking for Sean Bain. Bain now again down the left side, marked there by Packy Taylor and Caparos. Approaching the 12-minute mark in the third quarter, still the 1-0 Granite City lead. Taking a look there at Gene Baker in the cap. He has won over 400 matches, and 90% of them are just about coming out of Granite City. Been there 17 years. Bain looking up for Van Buskirk. Van Buskirk now. He's being marked in there by Schlenhart. Granite City setting up. Birdsong looking for Robertson, and Robertson tackled down there, and the foul will go against Glenbrook North.
Again, nice play ball through. Oh, a vicious tackle over there. That deserved a foul call.
Well, Caparos got flagged for that. 11:05 to go. And coming in now will be Sean Bain, booming it out. Looking in there for Van Buskirk, and he is ridden off. And once again, the push going against Granite City. 10:40 to go. Third quarter. Our Granite City spotter, we like to thank Jim McKetchin, who would much rather be on the field where he was until he broke his wrist, but Jim will be back next year. Meanwhile, he's using his other wrist to help us out. Along, of course, with Steve Gross of Glenbrook North. Here comes Glenbrook North with Tiergard. Tiergard looking across, broken up in there by Matt Cook. And the first real flurry from Glenbrook North in quite a while.
That woke the crowd up a little bit anyway. Yeah. I think they need to help their team out with a little bit of noise.
Well, they're starting to make it now. The Spartans are here in force. You're taking a look there at Jeff Summer, number 5, coming in. And there's Schlenhart, number 9. Summer, a sophomore. Up it goes, and Broshaw's there. See who got that shot off.
Here's Schlenhart on the throw-in. Excellent form. And a real nice save by Broshaw in traffic. 2 white shirts around it.
Of course, somebody had to touch it. That ball could not have gone in directly off the throw-in.
Right.
Good play by Terrell to trap the ball, and here is Dan Terrell. That's taken away by Tanaka, and back comes Glenbrook North. Granite City doesn't let him go far, looking for Robertson. Jay Robertson gives it back. And Summer, who just came in, number 5, gets it up the right wing.
For the Warriors.
Down it comes. Here comes Rosenberg back in for Granite City.
Defensively, the lack of a man doesn't seem to be hurting Glenbrook North that much, but they have a rough time generating some offense right now.
Terrell comes out for the Granite City Warriors. John Novi's had an interesting time in the nets tonight for Glenbrook North. Meanwhile, Brent Broshaw has had it fairly easy, although he's been called on to make a couple of tough chances. Touch pass from Spangenberger up looking for Schlenhart, broken up again by the Warriors. Back it comes to Mark Radis. And Radis here, Spangenberger again. Backy Taylor, number 4, and down goes Radis. Here comes Bain, looking. And Birdsong trying to outrun Caparros. And Granite City will have the ball on the throw-in deep in Glenbrook North territory with 7:45 left to go in the third quarter. Well, you know, it was interesting in the semifinal against Addison Trail with Granite City scoring early. Everybody figured, okay, that's the ball game. Addison Trail, the Blazers came back, and next score didn't happen until the second overtime. So it was quite a battle. Glenbrook North not out of this by any means, one man down or not. John Novi getting the ball out for Glenbrook North. Play in the midfield. This is Summer, and Summer loses it over the touchline. It'll be a throw-in. And back into the action for Granite City. You see Scott Kohler, the senior, with 1 goal to his credit this year. Kohler coming back in. And there you see Robertson coming off, getting a little lecture from Gene Baker. And Matt Cook, and down he goes. Down goes Sean Bain on the play, and again it'll be Granite City ball. This time, after the infraction, it'll be a direct kick, and Glenbrook North starts to pack the box. Bain looking the center on the cross.
Granite City will move up fast, not give them an opportunity to stay in there deep.
Rignall. Schlenhart wrote him off, and a throw-in again for Granite City. Down it comes to Rosenberg, not so fast as the official. It'll go the other way. Once again, the call illegal throw-in. If you take a run, it's probably going to cost you. Down goes the ball off the foot of Pat Rich. And now we get a call here again. It'll be a whistle, a push. Granite City again on the foul. 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Granite City 1, Glenbrook North nothing. This is the 1989 Illinois High School Association Boys Soccer Finals. And I must say, the conditions tonight are a lot better than they were last year at this time, Bob.
Oh, that's for sure.
Remember last year they had to play the quarterfinals and semifinals in another field because of the rain and the snow. And
we used Conant and Palatine and Fremd, all 3 schools last year, to try and get in 7 ball games.
And these youngsters now have played, this will be their 4th game in a little more than 24 hours. So if there's any question about conditioning, it should be dispelled with this. Yes, I hear it for young legs. Novi gets it out. Granite City, while they haven't sustained an attack, they have kept the action pretty much in Glenbrook North territory. Glenbrook North, down a man, has got to generate some offense. It's not enough for them to keep Granite City away from the goal. They've got to score the other way. Here's Jeff Summer, number 5. And the young sophomore tries to get things going, goes cross field to Mark Radis. Radis, the only half of the twin brother combination able to play this one, as his brother Craig was red carded barely 6 minutes into the game.
Come on, John!
Glenbrook North is starting to push and make some more diagonal runs. It's liable to pull them out of position on defense, but they may be able to generate some offense that way.
Mark Radis, this is Summer. Summer giving the team a bit of a boost since he's been in there. Back it goes to Novi still. Ball is staying in the Glenbrook North half of the field.
24 for 8.
Back it comes again. Rosenberg riding off Brandon Hardy. And down it comes for Broshaw. Wind starting to pick up a bit still. Temperatures probably in the 40s. It was a comparatively mild day. No precipitation, which is so important to this tournament. Having the field stay dry and doesn't get sloppy.
It's so nice out on that field. The IHSA that Rick Gablins' crew painted on the field really stands out. He's terribly proud of that.
Hey, take a look at Al Nebler, who's got to be proud of his team getting this far to the finals. This was not supposed to be a year for the team of Spartans to go this far. Last year was, although they got to the quarters.
This year they finished 3rd in their division of the Central Suburban League, so they were not expected to be here.
And he's got a lot of underclassmen to play next year. He's going to graduate about 5 seniors, but still he's got a lot of the talent coming back.
There's 3 sophomores on the field right now for him, I believe.
2 minutes, 15 seconds to go, 3rd quarter. Granite City 1 with the ball on the throw-in. Glenbrook North, nothing. The action coming to you on Sports Channel from Fremd High School in Palatine. See, get the whistle here.
There's a little injury over there, but nothing
like,
serious, and not enough to have him come off.
Okay, while we're taking care of that, we'll tell you that Sports Channel's first Bulls game will be on Tuesday at 7. The Bulls host the Detroit Pistons. Remember those folks. Join Jimmy Durham and Red Kerr live from the stadium for the Bulls and the Pistons, 7 o'clock Tuesday, only on Sports Channel. And if it's anything like the first game, boy, is this going to be a Bull season. So you stick around. We've got action for you on Sports Channel with the Redhead and JD, MJ, SP, JP, whole bunch of folks.
Here's our...
And the new coach, of course, PJ, is our producer director, TS, reminds us. Going across the goal now. Van Buskirk couldn't put it through. Just missed on the header. Coming back now, Robertson. Down goes Novi with the save. And again the save, and Birdsong had a shot at it. And boy, what a play by Novi. 2 excellent chances. Mark Radis also helping out there. 2 excellent chances for Granite City to get that second goal, and Novi turned them away. 45 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. Jeff Summer now has it taken away by Jeff Stevens. And we get a whistle, foul called, and down, still down in front of the Glenbrook North goal. Looks like Skip Birdsong. And Birdsong is sitting there in the goal now. Clock stopped with 41 seconds to go, and out come the troops.
After a rather patient quarter, you get those flurries frequently in the last minute or 2, and that was one after that nice throw in by Cook. Ball went all the way across, and a nice save by Novi.
Good action in front of the goal. Now what a play by John Novi, because both those efforts, first Van Buskirk had a shot at the header and just couldn't convert that. Let's take a look and see what happens here. We can pick up some of the action. Here's the throw in from Cook. Right across the goal mouth, Van Buskirk couldn't quite make it. And Birdsong was there, and that's where he That's where he may have gotten hurt.
And Buskirk was just a step late, but it was after that throw and that flick on that almost created that goal.
Well, walking slowly under his own power is Skip Birdsong. I don't know, maybe he turned an ankle, maybe a cramp. Could be a cramp from the way he's putting the weight on it. .41 seconds left to go. The score remains 1-0. And here is Skip Birdsong. Now you take a look there at the Glenbrook North squad.
Once again, Glenbrook North needs to hold them off, regroup a little bit, and they'll have 20 minutes to see if they can tie up this ball game.
Yeah, only takes one. Birdsong providing a lot of offense with 5 goals, 8 assists for 18 points this season. Now the game will continue. It looks like Granite City will get the ball back down. And Stevens will take it for the Warriors in the final 30 seconds here of quarter number 3. Intercepted by Spangenberger. Eric Spangenberger tries to get it across, broken up in there by Chad Lignall. Down it comes, looking for Robertson. Robertson knows what to do with the ball here. Good sliding tackle in there by Mark Radis. And Radis is down. Play continues. Final seconds, Packy Taylor going with Robertson here as the time runs out. Down is Mark Radis. Now he gets up, made an excellent sliding tackle there to save an open shot for Granite City. So, let's take a look at that again before we cut away for a moment. Here's the rush.
Here's Robertson again. He knows what to do. Coming down the outside, you can see Radis moving into defensive position, going for an aggressive tackle. Down on the ball. He stayed down, but he wasn't hurt.
Excellent play. Okay, we've got 20 minutes at least to come as we move into the 4th quarter and the final quarter of regulation, and we should add that, of regulation. We'll be back. Into the final 20 minutes of action. Granite City on the strength of the 1 first period goal leads 1-0. We'll tell you the NHL again is on Sports Channel. Our next NHL game will be Wednesday at 9:30 from the Great Western Forum live. The defending Stanley Cup champion Calgary Flames take on the LA Kings, and you know who. It's exclusively on Sports Channel, your home for the NHL. Well, I tell you, the fans here from Glenbrook North, a lot of green and gold, and they are trying to get their team going. Meanwhile, the Granite City Warriors, you're taking a look at the Glenbrook North folks, the Granite City Warriors sitting on top of that 1-0 lead, ever so precariously. Glenbrook North, we remind you again, playing a man shy after the red card ejection of star Craig Radis early in the 1st quarter, just about 30 seconds past the scoring of the goal.
Spangenberger's trying to make something happen, overlapping from that left fullback position.
Well, at what point, even though we're in a 1-0 game, at what point does Al Nepler start pulling out the stops and moving his men up and taking even more chances?
Well, I think he doesn't need more people up front. He just needs to bring the people from midfield forward a little bit more when they have a chance.
Down goes Lick. And Van Buskirk tries to get it up to Robertson. Taken away. Here is Caparros. And Lick taken away in there by Birdsong. Birdsong on the move, and it's broken up in there by Summer. Another good opportunity for Granite City. Stevens now.
Stevens is a skillful little player.
Oh, watch him dribble there. Good move. Gets around Summer this time. Sliding tackle missed in there by Caparro. Stevens now working on Tiergaard, and Tiergaard bats it over the end line. Looks like it'll be a corner kick for Granite City, and the Warriors are the ones coming out with the pressure, much as they did in early 1st quarter. Sean Bain, who's been taking the corner kicks all season, will take it now using that left foot. Let's see what the strategy will be. Early seconds of the 4th quarter, going into the header. And Birdsong again is denied by Novi, and Novi was there. Boy, good set piece right there, except not quite enough steam on the header from Birdsong.
It was a phalanx of 4 red shirts coming straight at the goal.
Okay, breakaway now by Birdsong. Slide again, and missing wide open was Jay Robertson. Robertson had goal number 2 right on his toe, but shot that one wide.
Birdsong came down with a nice run. Nice save, and Birdsong.
Boy, they were onside and everything.
Here's Birdsong. Nice save by Novi. And Robertson just wanted to tear the net off. He didn't need to. Hit it wide.
Well, let's see what kind of momentum this will bring to anyone. And this is Pat Rich coming down. Granite City from the gun here in the 4th quarter is put on the pressure. Over the touchline, it'll go over to Glenbrook North. 3 minutes gone here, 17 to go in regulation. Up it comes from Lick to Hardy. Hardy looking down the right side, but he overshoots Summer, and Matt Cook is there. Back for it, gets it to the keeper. You can see Brochard taking his time. Booming kick 3/4 of the way down the field. Robertson there with 3 white shirts. Jay wants another one. Up it comes to Jerry Richardson, number 20. And now here comes Glenbrook North. Tiergard leaves it down for Spangenberger. Schlenhart now. Mike Schlenhart trying to make something happen. Gets it down to Kevin Leck. Kevin Leck, number 23, across again to Packy Taylor. Broken up, and they call it offside. And you know who was there on the breakaway.
Robertson was right there and lost a little patience. If he'd been on his side of midfield, he would have been home free, but he left a little bit too soon.
Under 16 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Broken up by Robertson. Can't catch up with it. It will be a throw-in for Glenbrook North. Mark Radis. Throw in. Bain in there. Here comes Van Buskirk. Knocked back down by Caparros. And the foul goes against Glenbrook North, the green and gold. Granite City will get the direct kick going the other way. Sean Bain to take it. And sends it back. And now they're going to run some clock here. Matt Cook will get it back, and they'll play a little footsie with it.
Well, that may not be pretty, but it wins you championships if that's what you want to do at this point, and that's what they're out to do, win that championship.
Seems like a long time left to start killing clock. But then again, Gene Baker's been at this a while. Throw in for the Warriors. Granite City, the ball over the touchline off the foot of a Glenbrook North player, will take the throw in. Dan Terrell comes back in. Jason Goodman, number 10, getting ready, a senior, making his first appearance at the next appropriate moment. Robertson digging it out with Summer. Ball is kept in, sent down by Van Buskirk. Radis looking for Taylor, and over the touchline it goes. Under 14 minutes to go, 4th quarter. Granite City still holding on to that 1-0 lead. They've had it since the 13th minute of the 1st quarter. On the goal by Jay Robertson. Down it comes for Birdsong. Ridden off by Packy Taylor of Glenbrook North. Now for Jeff Summer. Sophomore sends it up. And back it comes again. Once more. Granite City content to play the ball back toward their own goal and let their keeper run off some clock. Jeff Rosenberg coming down the right wing, and
Throw in for the Warriors.
Granite City will get the ball, keep the ball on the throw-in. Spangenberger trying to make something happen, but gets called on the foul, so Granite City will have the direct kick above the box.
And again, we have to worry about these set pieces. Gene Baker, Tony Shinto from New Trier, a couple other coaches in the state are notorious for what they can prepare in a situation like this.
Bain, and this one's right on. And Novi gathers it in. Strader, number 18, Larry Strader for Granite City, getting ready to come in. Once again, Van Buskirk, and Van Buskirk lets one go. And that might have had the upper right corner.
That wasn't the kind of thing that Novi could decide to let go. He had to go for it. Looks like it might have been wide, but he went across and punched it by anyway.
Better try to check it than watch it go behind. So it'll be another corner kick, and that means Sean Bain will tee it up. Clock now at 11:45 and counting. Across it comes, and boomed out and over by Lignol. And now here comes Jason Goodman. And he would normally play up front. Let's see what happens.
Looks like Summers came out, tried to get a little more firepower up front. We're going with 3 forwards, it looks like, for Glenbrook North.
Getting to be about that time, 11:11 showing on the clock. Here comes Robertson. He's got Sean Bain with him. Bain with the ball now. Sean Bain. And Robertson to his left. Bain, good ball movement, cleared out of there by Brandon Hardy. Here comes Van Buskirk. Stevens. Stevens on the run around Caparros. Now being marked by Hardy, going through again. And the shot deflected off the defense, and there's the goal by Lignol. And that should do it. Novi made a gallant effort, stopped the first shot. But the second one was too much.
A lot of activity in front of the goal, but about 30 yards out on the left-hand side is where Stevens made his run, took the ball. Here's Stevens after he's made his rush, gotten into the box, pushes it across. Nice save by Novi. Here comes the shot from number 6, deflected, but we can't stop the next one. Just too many red shirts up there.
Well, Gene Baker, 1 goal closer. Robertson gets the big hug. Lignol gets the goal. For Chad Lignol, that is his first goal of the season, and he picks a nice time for it for Granite City.
They must plan it that way. Save your first goal for the state finals, huh?
Well, there's no question. This is a team with a lot of talent, and they've had it year after year, so you've got to hand it to that coach. 2-0 Granite City. We go under 10 minutes. The goal at 9:32. Coming off the foot of Lignol. Chad Lignol, his first of the season. And now Brochot will hold it and hold it and hold it.
And then kick it 60 yards.
Yeah. Not a bad strategy. Here comes Glenbrook North now, mounting an offense. Schlenhart and Schlenhart. We get a foul, and looks like we're going to get a yellow card.
Get a card, too.
Yeah, the card going against Pat Rich. Yellow card. Pat Rich gets a yellow.
Okay, here comes Schlenhart. Pat Rich coming in, turns his back and sticks his leg out. That's probably worthy of a card.
Well, it's not the kind of thing you want to do, leading 2-0 with 10 minutes to go in the championship, and that's going to get him a seat on the bench right there. See Pat Rich. Now Nepler. taken 16 to the state tournament. And now here comes Brandon Hardy. Up and over. Tipped up. Down looks like Taylor. And we're going to get a whistle here. Taylor's down. Or that Radis is down. Let's take a look and see what we can see. Radis is down.
Here comes the set piece. Ball comes across. Schlenhart flicks. Collision there.
Radis and the keeper go together.
Yes. Radis coming all the way up from his sweeper position to be in on the offense.
Ball's on the field.
Now we'll see what the call is here. It looks like Granite City's going to have the ball on the kick out.
Yeah, I think they stopped it for the injury, and they were in control, so they get the kick.
Not in the book.
Certainly the best scoring opportunity of the evening for Glenbrook North. And now we get a substitution, number 19, Sean Swidler, a junior coming in, playing on the back line. And here is Van Buskirk, number 16. Clock under 9 minutes now. 2-0 Granite City. Van Buskirk leaving it off. Now Terrell looking down for Weathers. Weathers being marked by Swidler. And the throw-in will be for Glenbrook North.
Weathers, another one of those big front runners, and he's fresh.
State cross-country action earlier today. The girls cross-country meet was won by Palatine.
Action in the midfield. It'll be a throw-in coming up for Glenbrook North. H.A. Levin now, number 11, coming in. Also Mark Naughton, number 6. Now Nepler trying to get some of his other players in, give them some state finals experience. And what are turning into the final moments of another Granite City championship. Baker's already got 7 of them. A lot of skins on the wall. Straight back now to Stevens.
This has been a courageous effort by Glenbrook North, but down one man for that length of time. It's beginning to take its toll.
Flick getting it across to Mark Naughton, number 6. Taken away by Granite City. Terrell, his opposite number. And this is Van Buskirk finishing his college career, his high school career, I should say. He's going to start a college career, presumably. Fine style. Collision, no call, play on. Sent all the way down nicely by Glenbrook North. But once again, Granite City's there, a lot of red and black. Jason Goodman inquiring about Brett Roshaw's health, I guess.
A little conversation down here
Sure.
with Weathers and Lecter about
Your
30
keeper.
seconds ago,
Right.
too.
I'm sure they were talking about the nice uniforms each other have.
Sure.
6 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Glenbrook North trying to send it through, but nobody home on the wing. Tanaka getting ready to come back for Glenbrook North. So is Robertson for Granite City. Chad Lignall, number 11, scored the big second goal, sending it all the way down. Van Buskirk, he's onside, and Novik again coming up to make the stop.
The omnipresent Mr. Van Buskirk started that run at midfield, nobody to mark him. Ball came all the way across, and a bang-bang play at the top of the box.
Birdsong coming through now. Sean Bain sending it across again, this time for Terrell. Marked by Naughton. Dan Terrell and Naughton going down the right side. And will be a throw-in deep in Glenbrook North territory. Robertson comes in for Granite City. Big throw-in coming, looking for Van Buskirk, touched up and over. Boy, again he had the opportunity, but tough chance, and up and over the goal.
bad leg and everything, he always seems to be around the ball.
Tanaka comes in, and Dave Bendove comes in. Bendove's first appearance, a 17-year-old senior, backliner.
Go, Red, come on!
And Jeremy Sorkin, another senior, going to get some playing time now. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. Kevin Lick comes out, and he has played a fine game. He really has. And Tiergard comes out as well. Sean Bain called his number a lot tonight. Taylor, number 4 for Glenbrook North. Tanaka. That'll go the other way. No, it won't. Throw in on the foul by Granite City. And Swidler puts it down.
Offside call there.
A.J. Levin down a little too far. Coming up to the 4-minute mark. Granite City getting ready to put its topper on its 8th championship under Gene Baker. 9th overall. 9 out of 18 championships have gone to Granite City. Boy, watch Stevens move around here.
On some soccer teams, they call a player like Stevens the schemer. he just creates opportunities as well as being highly skilled.
Throw in for the Warriors.
Well, they're playing out the string right now. Final 3.5 minutes. And Granite City is locking it up.
Once again, Robertson up in the box.
And up against the side of the net this time. And we're going to get Scott Larson, number 8, Brad Hamlin, number 13, and Jeremy Sorkin, we mentioned, number 15, coming in all for Glenbrook North. And the clock now at 3. And we're going to get a change at the keeper spot. John Novy comes out, and I guess Peter Schoenberg will come in and play keeper, and he will. Schoenberg, a 16-year-old junior, and they will use him a lot next year when Novy graduates. Well, Van Buskirk's still in there for Granite City. 2.5 minutes to go. Here is Robertson, still running rings around everybody. Down goes Jay Robertson. We get a foul. And it'll be a direct kick just outside the penalty area. So this could be another opportunity, certainly for Granite City.
And most of the starters still in for Granite City.
Bain coming through, rams it right into the wall. Sean Bain around the wall now. And Schoenberg makes the save.
He couldn't have planned that rebound off the wall any easier. Gave himself 2 opportunities.
Under 2 minutes. Check it. That's Mike Helfand in there at keeper. Helfand, a 17-year-old senior. So Al Nepler is giving Mike a shot here in the closing moments of the state championship, and he got a stat there and made a save. 1.5 minutes to go. And Gene Baker and the Granite City Warriors will be state champs again. We'll be going down onto the field for the presentation. Some of the Glenbrook North fans now are starting to throw things out of the stands, and this is not going to be tolerated by the people here, as well it should not be.
Please remain in the stands at the conclusion of the game for the present.
Public address announcer is requesting that fans remain in the stands and not throw anything out of the stands. And there's a lot of security here, and those folks will be dealt with. Coming down, Helfand makes the stop. Under 1 minute to go here. Down it comes. Well, you know, you really couldn't say this game didn't change within 6 minutes or 13 minutes of the first quarter. When Glenbrook North had to play shorthanded, that really was a tremendous blow. And give them credit, they played well, but I know that young Craig Radis is not a happy camper tonight.
That was the key moment in the game. John Noby tried as well as he could to keep in the ballgame. Made some spectacular saves, but he has nothing to be ashamed of.
Final 10 seconds to go as the clock ticks down. We'd like to thank, of course, the staffs and athletic directors of both schools, and of course Rick Gablin and his fine staff at Glenbrook High School here. And there it is. The final seconds have ticked off, and there are your champions. Once again, Granite City, the IHSA boys soccer champions for Coach Gene Baker. 8 times for Gene, 9 for the school. And the celebration begins. There you take a look at a lot of disappointed Glenbrook North players, but they certainly acquitted themselves well. Boy, you think about the tension of this tournament. 4 games in 24 hours.
Well, and no one expected Glenbrook North to be here. They have a lot to be proud of. Second place trophy. That's higher than they finished in the conference.
The year they were, that's right, and higher than they finished last year when they were expected to win.
That's right.
Okay, we'll have the trophy presentations in just a moment. We'll take a break right here with the final score. Granite City 2, Glenbrook North nothing. The Warriors, once again, the boys state champions. While you're taking a look at the presentation of the runner-up trophy to the Spartans of Glenbrook North, Principal Dr. Jim Duffy and the coaches and players, and it is a proud moment for the Spartans. Again, a team that was not expected to get this far in a tournament of upsets got to the finals and certainly did very, very well before going down by a 2-0 score. David Fry from the IHSA is making the presentations now. And here is Gene Baker from the winning Granite City Warriors. And he's should be pretty well versed at this.
Introduce the Warriors to your fans.
It's the 8th time Gene Baker has done it, including 5 in a row back in 1976.
Really missed. Great tournament, great year, 4 years. John Van Buskirk.
John Van Buskirk, the senior captain.
Captain Matt
According to
Cook.
Gene Baker, maybe the best player in the Midwest. Sorely limited, but
Captain Jerry Richardson.
because of injury, but certainly acquitted himself well.
Ratman, Senior Bailey.
Sean Bain.
Chad Lignell.
Chad Lignell, who got that all-important second goal
Bobby
in the
Charles.
second half.
Senior Jeff Rosenberg. Senior Roddy O'Shea. Senior Fred
Backup goalkeeper
Croshaw.
O'Shea.
Junior Jimmy McKecken.
And our spotter, Jimmy McKetchin, who
Senior
broke his
Dan
wrist
Weather.
earlier in the season, gets a well-deserved medal.
Junior Jason Messina. Senior Scott Kohler. Senior Nick Sezoff. Jeffrey Stevens.
Jeff Stevens will be back. What an artist he is.
Senior Kevin Kaspernick. Junior Pat Rich.
Pat Rich played well.
Junior Skip Birdsong.
And Skip Birdsong certainly had his opportunity.
Jay Robertson.
Jay Robertson, who scored
Junior Danny
the first
Carroll.
goal. Big one, Bob.
Goal scorer in the box most of the night.
Junior Brian Buskey.
Get it to Jay and watch him outduel 2 and 3
Junior
guys.
Ryan Slater.
Right.
Senior Rich Rupp.
Jay Robertson, only a junior, he'll be back.
Sophomore Eric Davis. Freshman Brett Dipple. Freshman Jason Maxfield. Our principal, Mr. Spalding.
And the principal of Granite City High School, so it will be a long trip in mileage, but I'm sure a very short trip back to Granite City. Ken Spalding, the principal, gets A medal to display.
The trophy for the Warriors captains. Come and receive it.
There it is, the first place trophy. Gene Baker has a lot of these, but I guess you can never get too many.
Now, the trophy room at Granite City is full of them. But every one is more important than the last one.
Well, Gene Baker certainly has a place in soccer history, and he keeps on doing it. Over 400 matches, 400 victories later, he is showing no signs of slowing down.
Appreciate you as an audience. We'll see you next year.
There's a happy team, and they're going over to their supporters on the far side of the field and showing it off. Well, I'll tell you, Bob, when we take a look at this and we take a look at the kind of performance that Granite City put together, I don't know too many teams, healthy or not, 10 or 11 people who could have beaten them.
No, I don't think so. And they dominated the ball game. Obviously, that red card turned everything around. 32 shots for Glenbrook, for Granite City, and 5 shots for Glenbrook North.
Okay, we're going to see if we can't get Gene Baker to come on over and say hi, and we're going to drag. Yeah, sure, Gene's going to come on over. Yeah, John Novi played well in goal for Glenbrook North, but again, there's just so many shots you can take. Gene, come on over, will you? All right, we're going to ask our friends, the reporters, to back off for just a minute so we can bring in Gene Baker. Congratulations. Well, here we go again. How does this one rate?
Well, they're all different, and this was very hard-earned. The kids had to do so many more things, and this was kind of throughout the year. You know, we kind of did everything the hard way, but they peaked at the right time, and they stuck with things despite injury. You know, Van Buskirk, you didn't get to see everything that he can do, and he still is unbelievable. He's a great athlete. But we got a lot of support from kids off the bench. Larry Strader comes in, and little Jeff Stevens just kept coming on. Played a real.
Jeff Stevens was a joy to watch. When the red card came to Glenbrook North, did you say, okay, that's it, game, set, match?
Oh, no. In fact, that's been part of our thing about maturing. We've had games where, we played outstanding soccer teams. We were kind of explosive at times, as you can see. We scored 3 goals in the first quarter against real fine teams out of St. Louis, and then we let them get back in the game, you know, and it's just part of growing up, and it's a real neat way for these kids to end it because we've pushed them so hard about things like this.
Bob, you got a couple of questions or comments for Gene?
Well, I read a quote that said you wouldn't rate this team until after it was all over. Where would you rate it out of the 9 championships at Granite City?
There's somewhere amidst them, and we had kind of a neat thing, if you noticed, when the kids were introduced, all those guys that they went over and give them the high fives, those are alumni, former players who have been in this state tournament. There must have been 50 of them over there. And I think, you know, we needed a little rejuvenation. We were very exhausted from the other game. Those kids did a lot for that, so they fit right in there with something to be proud of. And again, they do things differently, but, you know, we couldn't, you know, all of them fit right together.
Well, I don't know. They may just paint you right into the landscape, Gene. You're about as much a part of this tournament as everybody else.
If they make the lines gray with my hair, then I'll fit right in there.
All right. Gene, congratulations again. I know it's a long ride in mileage, but it'll be a short trip back.
Thank you.
Okay, take care. All right, we will be back as Gene Baker goes off to meet the press, as they say. Happy, smiling Gene Baker. Al Nepler talking to the reporters as well. He's got nothing to hang his head about, and we will nod our heads for a final time in just a minute.